So today the story I'm going to be telling is quite an interesting one, but I need to mention right off the bat that that's not all it is. This isn't just some story, but I guess we could class it more as a story time because everything I am about to tell you guys genuinely happened to me at one point in time. There is a lot more to the events that occurred than the title lets on, and so considering I'm pretty much over everything that happened now, I think it's going to be fun to talk through it and have you guys listen all the way through. The person responsible in all of this, or the person that was doing all of this to me, I did eventually find out the name of them, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of their privacy, I'll be referring to them simply as Sarah. Quickly though, before I begin taking you through this wonderful adventure, please make sure to leave a like on this video because at the time it wasn't so funny, but now I tell people the story so that they can just laugh with me. And of course, make sure to subscribe as well so that you don't miss any future videos from myself. Okay, basically I believe all of this began happening probably sometime during the very end of 2017 or maybe the beginning of 2018 because I spent quite a lot of time discussing this with my brother on Discord, and it was around March 2018 where we figured out the main accounts of the person who had pretty much been harassing me. Man, we went from unmasking someone I had never met before in my entire life who had basically been attempting to make my life hell to a couple weeks later where I found out that a completely different person had been stealing my videos and uploading them to his channel as his own. But the situation with Sarah, please allow me to tell you exactly what she did, but first I want to point out that this Sarah person, I had never crossed paths with her prior to her pretty much attacking me. We had never spoken before and I quite literally did not know that she existed. We are absolutely gonna go as in depth as I possibly can with this throughout the entire duration of this video, but I want to give a brief rundown on the specific details before I jump into anything. The harassment I received from Sarah and all of that lovely stuff was basically she would create whole YouTube accounts dedicated to attacking me and hating on me and creating false claims about me. You know, just think of anything of negative nature and almost guaranteed that the channels and the videos that Sarah created about me would include that. And often attached into those videos would be some kind of Discord server that she had created. Again, it was purely dedicated to my downfall, and I even vaguely remember that the server icon was my channel logo with a big red cross and blood splatters around it, so that was a rather pleasant sight. Plus, just like that title mentions, through all of this that she already had going on, it seemed like she had created a little side mission for herself to either get me to willingly delete my channel or somehow have YouTube do it themselves. And goodness me, if that wasn't enough for you, she also began to make what probably came very close to hundreds of Roblox accounts, and she would name them things like Chloe Yuri needs a bath or something close to that. And that's not even as bad as they would get. The worst ones were probably on the very, very thin line of what's just about acceptable in the eyes of the Roblox filter and what's just straight up bypassing the filter. And to get me to notice these accounts, she would friend me on them, follow me on them, try joining my Roblox group on them so that I would see the account names in the join request section. But starting with the Roblox situation, I reported all of the accounts and I got a few friends to do the same, but the whole thing got to a point where I felt like my only option was to directly contact Roblox about it, and so I took that route as a last resort kind of thing. I emailed what was listed as the Roblox support contact email at the time and simply wrote out the subject as ongoing harassment. I promise the outcome of this email was absolutely a positive one, but just listen to this first of all. Since October, there has been accounts created on Roblox and their sole purpose is to harass and / or attack me. So straight away, that's kind of nice of past Chloe to include when everything started. So I guess October of 2017 is when this whole charade began, and at the time I was obviously much younger than right now, so I understandably let all of it get to me in such a bad way. I believe all of the accounts are being made by the same person due to the fact that they all have a very similar message with very similar grammar. That was actually very true and probably one of the biggest things that I remember, just how bad her grammar actually was, and that was definitely one of the biggest giveaways when it came to trying to figure out who was doing all of this. For just a tiny glimpse of what I'm talking about, since this is literally all I could find, there was one point where I managed to get into a Discord group chat with the main account of the real Sarah, and the only thing she said was at Chloe Games Go died and then left the group, mainly because she spent the longest time denying that it was actually her behind all of this, but most of the videos uploaded to YouTube contained Go died or she need to died in the description. So at that point it really became obvious and it just hit me that it truly was this one person. I am going to link as many accounts as I can find, and I'm not even gonna lie, I remember spending over an hour searching through my friend requests and followers and group members just trying to find and link to Roblox in this email that I was sending to them. There is probably around 70 accounts listed here unless I somehow miscounted, and even so many that the whole list does not fit on the screen, but like I said, this was just as many as I could find within an hour. Now, the response I got to this email from Roblox, basically they just told me, "Thank you for your report. We agree that accounts created solely to harass and spam users violates our terms of service and will be removed," and then just said that they can't really share the moderation action that they take on accounts with me for privacy reasons, which is completely understandable. But every single account that I sent in this email got terminated on that very day, and they have been terminated from Roblox ever since, which is actually beyond surprising, and I really do have to commend this one moderator for their efforts here, because honestly, deleting around 70 accounts just because I emailed them over, that's such a great thing for them to be doing. As for how me and my brother became such good detectives that we literally found the main accounts on Roblox and YouTube of this Sarah person, being 100% genuine here, I really couldn't tell you because I have absolutely no memory of that part of this, but I would imagine it was especially hard considering we had never met her before. After receiving the harassment from Sarah for almost a whole year straight, we eventually got into another Discord group chat together, and I don't remember a lot of that either, but she eventually agreed to put an end to the whole entire thing, and that truly was the end of that. I never heard anything from Sarah ever again, and to this day, I do not know why she did any of that, and I don't know why she randomly one day just decided to stop. But like I said, it doesn't matter to me anymore. This ended almost 2 years ago now. I'm over it and it's just funny to me now, and I have literally forgotten most of the situation. I just decided to turn it into almost like a story time video kind of thing, since I have literally never spoke about it before, because like I said, I made the mistake of letting it get to me back then, and so I never drew attention to it for whatever my reasoning might have been. Wherever Sarah is now, I hope she's having a good day, I guess. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of this whole Sarah harassing and attacking me situation / story time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.